Now, some years ago, when I woke up after narcissistic abuse, I got very excited. I was very shocked, extremely shocked, and I was excited at the same time because I had stumbled upon a very disturbing situation. And then, in some couple of weeks, I started recognizing patterns. So there was some people that I knew, and even some family members. I started recognizing narcissism. Okay, so there was even particularly a family member who was dealing with abuse. So I was like, oh, now I'm going to go out there and help them. They reached out to me anyway. They reached out to me. So they're like, oh, there's this thing going on. So they was going through a discard. And I was like, okay, I know what is going on. So we had a very long conversation, maybe 1 to 2 hours, I think. I told them what I knew. I told them what was happening and what you need to do. This is what is going on. So I did my best to help them. I was trying to give them some answers, some closure, and stuff like that. Now, at that time, I didn't know exactly. I knew what had happened, but I didn't know what was going on and what I had to do. After this awakening. So I didn't know the whole details, but I knew something. Okay, and then I would explain, and I would think they would get me. Oh, I know what you're saying, and this and this. Sometimes those days I started doing some videos. I shared some videos, and they knew that I was talking about something real. It was what exactly was happening. But then in a few, maybe like a couple of weeks, maybe sometimes even 1, 2 weeks, they had been hoovered. Now, when they got hoovered, they would go quiet and then wouldn't share any information. They would just go quiet. They'd been hoovered by the narcissist, same person that discarded them. Then I would help them during the discard. So they are hoovered, then they would go quiet. And I wouldn't get any updates of what was happening. And then I would find out later on that they had been hoovered. So that's why they went quiet. And then in that particular moment, I became the bad one, the one who was helping them to get away from a narcissist, okay? Helping them to heal, helping them to get away from a narcissist. Now, this cycle went on for some time. This thing happened about maybe 2 or 3 times, and even to some other people that I knew. And then eventually, anytime this thing would happen, it would suck my energy. I would feel really, really bad about it because I knew the extent of what narcissistic abuse really is. So whenever I would hear about the hoovers, it would suck my energy. I would feel a certain way, and it wasn't a very good feeling. When it happened the second time, and then eventually the third time, I was like, no, I cannot deal with this. This is very intense. It was like I was getting involved in the drama of helping somebody who wasn't ready. Because you see, first of all, I had already been out of a narcissistic relationship. So I had my own wounds to heal, okay? My own trauma to heal. And then before I would even start healing, I was thinking that I was ready to help these people. That's what I thought at the time. I didn't know how this whole thing goes and how it works. And then I figured out that I think this whole thing was a waste of time. Because you see, at the end of the day, I hadn't yet gathered all this energy to be able to help other people. It was too early for me, And then I realized that whichever energy I was putting in there to help these other people, I was actually pouring from an empty cup. So this is one of the things that many empaths, I think is one of the mistakes that a lot of empaths do. So most of the time when you stumble upon these things and these truths, you're going to get excited. It's a very huge excitement, because it's a very unbelievable discovery when you ever stumble upon the truth of being involved with a narcissist, or even sometimes having known some narcissists around you. So it's a very powerful thing to come across. But one of the things I will advise you, empaths, is that it is okay to help people, but you shouldn't do the mistakes that we did. There's many people who have done that mistake, and I'm very sure of this. Many people have been doing that mistake, including me. You, first of all, have to go out there, try to make sense of everything. Sit down by yourself, make sense of everything. See if you understand this thing properly. See if you really have been involved with the narcissist. Understand what exactly happened. And then eventually start doing some work on yourself. Because you are also, you've been involved with this pain. So you have got some trauma bonds to break. You have got some work to do. You have got some healing to do. You're also not coming from a very good energetic space. You're not coming from a healed space, okay? So you're coming from an empty place. So it is going to be easier as you carry on. A lot of you guys, empaths on these channels, a lot of you guys, you'll find out that it is going to be easier when you have accumulated all the knowledge that you need. So by this, what I mean is that go out there. Now, at this time, there is information. So there's a lot of channels. They talk about narcissism. They talk about narcissists. You can educate yourself. You can make sure that you get all the knowledge you need, get all the information that you need. And at the same time, you're also working on yourself and healing yourself. And at the end of the day, you're now starting to get your energy back. But if you're helping people from a place of pain, because you are also still going through pain, there is still, like I've said, some work to do. You need to heal, you need to educate yourself, you need to do all this work. So you are not going to go out there very quickly and jump into helping other people. Because most of the times it is not going to work. Because why is it not going to work? Because you do not have all the details yet. Yes, you have found out what is going on, but you do not have all the details. So what you do now, you go out there silently and start doing some work behind the scenes on yourself, because helping other people is going to be easier when you know what you're telling them. Okay? You're not just going to tell them that, okay, that person is a narcissist. Okay, you need to run away. You need to leave. You need to call them out. You need to do this or you need to do that. Sometimes you might end up giving them the wrong ideas or sometimes even the wrong advice, because you may be dealing with very dangerous narcissists. And sometimes those people who are the victims in that time, they can even get more problems with that people, with those kind of individuals. So you need to come from a place of, you fill up your cup first, okay? Fill up your cup first. Get your energy back. Get in a good place, in a good space energetically, okay? And get all the information that you need. Do all the research that you need. Educate yourself. And then eventually, when you are running into people sometimes who are in that same situation, you're going to have all the little details to tell them. And you are going to give them the appropriate and correct advice that they need. Things that are not going to land them into problems. Like for me, for example, when I try to help my family members and some other friends, they sometimes ended up saying that I was the problem, because I usually told them, yes, they knew. I would tell them about what is going on, the narcissist and everything, but I didn't have all the details. So I hadn't yet properly educated myself on what was happening and which way they can break free and how to get away and how to heal and all these kind of things. I did not have all the details. So it is okay, empaths, to help, because that's normally what you do. You want to go out there, lend a hand and, help some other people. It's okay. But make sure that you help yourself first, okay? And this doesn't even have to do with only people that you're trying to help. This has also sometimes got to do with your children. I've got a lot of those questions where people, oh, yeah, they have left the kids behind and the kids are with the narcissists and stuff like that. Make sure that you focus, first of all, on yourself, ladies and gentlemen, because you're not going to be able to help your children when your cup is still empty, So you need to fill your cup first. And now you're going to have all the energy that you need to be able to spread out that love and to teach and to help other people the way that you should do, okay? Not just trying to do something out of excitement and stuff like that, and even sometimes getting those people in more problems, even sometimes deeper problems, because you may be having some children, for example, who have very extremely toxic narcissistic parents and stuff like that, and you cannot step in to help them properly. Okay, do yourself first, do you first, fill your cup first, and then eventually you're going to have the energy and the ideas and stuff to help, to extend that helping hand to help other people around you, whether it is going to be family members, friends, all the people that you run into. If you've got a platform, you will know that you're feeling good and you will know that you're ready. Even sometimes you see these channels that we do. Not all the people that straight away run after away from an assistant, stuff like that, they're going to come out and start speaking straight away. They will go out there, they will take some time, they will figure out things, they will start healing, and then eventually they're in a good space energetically to be able to share and help other people that are going through the same thing. So I hope this video that I've done has answered a lot of questions about you guys who have been asking me. Oh, that I know this family member. What can I do? Can I do this? Can I help them? Do yourself first. Do you first. Go heal, educate yourself, get all the knowledge you need, and then you're going to be ready to put all that energy, and you're in position to help other people. You're ready. Okay. So drop us a comment in the section below. Let us know what you think. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Denzomos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.